1 dandelion. $0, you pulled it from your lawn? $5.2 billion company. And Big Pharma doesn't see it coming. Your HOA fines you $25 for dandelions on your lawn. Instead of pulling them, you Google it. Turns out dandelion root is a legitimate herbal supplement, liver support, digestion, detox. People pay $8 a box for this as tea. You have a yard full of inventory and a grudge against your HOA. You dry the roots, roast them, bag them as dandelion root tea. Sell it at the farmer's market for $6 a bag. Costs you nothing, the raw material is a weed. 80 bags a week, $2,000 a month. Your neighbors are still paying lawn services to destroy theirs. You expand the line. Dandelion root coffee, substitute caffeine-free, bitter, earthy, and every wellness influencer's dream. Dandelion tinctures, dandelion capsules. You slap liver support on everything because the FDA lets you as long as you add a tiny asterisk. Year 1, you move 9,000 units online. 54K revenue. Problem: you're picking weeds from your yard like a medieval peasant. To scale, you need farms. You lease 5 acres, plant Taraxacum officinale, that's the fancy Latin name for the thing your dog pees on, and harvests every 8 weeks. Fastest crop cycle in agriculture. By the time your neighbor's tomatoes are ripe, you've harvested 3 times. Year 2, Whole Foods picks you up. Revenue jumps to $400K, you're in the supplement aisle between ashwagandha and turmeric. A weed from your lawn is now a wellness brand. Gross margins, 82%. Because your main ingredient grows everywhere, needs no fertilizer, and nobody else wants it. Year 3, a tire company calls you. Not about tea, about rubber. There's a species of dandelion, Taraxacum coxswagies, Russian dandelion, that produces natural latex in its roots. Goodyear and Continental have been researching this for years. Rubber trees take 7 years to produce. Dandelions? 6 months. And they grow in Ohio. You're already farming dandelions. You already have the land, the processing, the supply chain. So you pivot half your acreage to TK dandelions and start extracting latex. 90% of the world's natural rubber comes from Southeast Asia. You're offering a domestic alternative. The Department of Defense is interested. That's not a metaphor. They literally fund this research. Year 5. You supply dandelion rubber to 3 tire manufacturers on pilot contracts, $8 million a year. The wellness brand is doing $12 million. Total revenue, $20 million. You are simultaneously a tea company and a rubber company. Your accountant has questions. Your investors don't care. Your agronomists isolate something in the dandelion root extract, taraxasterol. Published research shows anti-inflammatory properties. It's not a drug, you're not curing anything, but nutraceutical companies will pay a fortune for a patented extraction process with clinical data behind it. You patent your extraction method and license it. $35K per year per licensee. Nutraceutical brands, cosmetics companies, functional food startups, they all want dandelion extract with a clinical paper attached. 120 licensees by year 7. $4.2 million a year in licensing. Pure margin. Notice, you now have 3 completely unrelated revenue streams from one plant. Wellness products, industrial rubber, bioactive compounds. Nobody in your company can explain what you do in one sentence. You call yourself an integrated dandelion platform. Wall Street loves a platform. Year 8. You control 4,000 acres of dandelion farmland across 6 states. You're the largest commercial dandelion grower on the continent. And because dandelions grow in soil nobody else wants, marginal land, brownfields, post-industrial sites, your land costs are a fraction of real farming. The rubber division signs long-term supply contracts with 2 major tire manufacturers, $50 million a year guaranteed. The wellness brand hits $60 million through D2C and retail. Licensing, $8 million. Total revenue, $118 million. Your raw material is still a grass. Year 10. Revenue, $320 million. You own the entire vertical, seed genetics, farming, processing, extraction, distribution. Tire companies can't get domestic natural rubber without you. Wellness retailers can't get clinical-grade dandelion extract without you. You didn't destroy pharma. You just built a quiet monopoly on a plant everybody else treats as garbage. You IPO at a $650 million valuation. The stock doubles in year one because ESG funds love you domestic supply chain. Low water crop, carbon sequestering farmland on brownfields. Valuation $5.2 billion. You own 45%. Paper net worth $2.3 billion. From a weed your HOA fined you for. A reporter asks you, is this a tea company, a rubber company, or a biotech? You say yes. Your PR team sends a correction. It makes things worse. Your HOA sends you a letter. Same HOA. They want to know if you'd sponsor the annual neighborhood barbecue. You write back, only if you let the dandelions grow. They do. The whole neighborhood does. Your origin story is now a marketing campaign. And somewhere in your headquarters, framed on the wall next to the IPO bell, is the original HOA violation letter. $25 fine. Best investment you've ever made. Next episode, one bar of soap takes down the entire cosmetics industry. Subscribe, it lathers.